Hi, I'm Dan Millen with Livernois Motorsport. We're with our 2020 Explorer ST. This is part 2 of what we've been working on this truck. You see we did some pulls and some dyno calibration on this. We got about 358 to the wheels on the last time we did this. We've since spent a little more time in this truck, leaned on the calibration a little bit, and we feel comfortable with what we've come up with. It's now at 385 to the wheels. Pretty impressive for a 93 octane or tune only calibration. We did a couple other things about this truck that I personally didn't like. Some of the manual mode stuff in the transmission. When you put this thing in manual mode and you try to shift it, this thing automatically downshifts for you even though you're in manual mode. So we've addressed a couple of those things in the transmission and the calibration. So now when you put it in manual mode and you stab the gas, it literally actually stays in gear. Before it would downshift. Super annoying. It really bothered me. We also changed that in an older calibration, the Explorer Sport as well. Then we went ahead and after our 93 octane tune, we said, hey, let's try a little bit of E30 blend in this thing. And so we made some dyno pulls, and on E30, we got this thing to 424 to the wheels. That's pretty impressive for this truck. We don't have a ton of time with this, but we figured let's find out where this thing maxes out. So we went from E30 to an E40 blend. We had some interesting observations with the E40 blend. It did make a lot more power. It made 450 to the wheels. It's pretty good for a tune only on one of these. That equates to about 565 engine or crank horsepower. That's pretty cool for something like this. I'm not sure it can take much more than that. Looking at the graphs in this thing and the fuel pressure, you can notice that in the middle of the RPM, it does drop fuel pressure a little bit. These things run about 3,000 PSI, and right in the middle of the run on E40, with this thing turned up the way it is, it drops about 500 pounds of fuel pressure. So it's a little bit on the edge with E40. I wouldn't recommend anybody do this at this point in this truck. We'll probably work on this a little bit more, come up with a pump or something that can handle a little more, but it's also out of injector as well. So at 450 to the wheels, this thing it's cool, but it's not something I'd recommend for everybody. So we were going to do our 93 octane tune. We'll release an E30 tune, but that's the extent of it. Pretty cool. We're pretty excited about this truck and being a new platform. We got a lot of things to come on it. Anyway, thanks for watching our video.